Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about friendships. This is probably one of the harder topics for me to talk about because I do not necessarily excel at friendships currently. And as I learn Okay, I'm going to back up there. Excel at friendships. It's a weird word to use when you talk about friendship. I'm going to go with that. But what I mean by that is I don't think that I'm a bad friend. Well, I know I'm not a bad friend. But what I am currently not great at is finding new ones. Yeah, we'll go with that. So this comes to limiting beliefs. That pesky word there again. And if you go back to one of my first videos, it talks a bit here about about my limiting beliefs. And one of my biggest limiting beliefs that I constantly struggle with is, am I likable? Am I good enough? Am I likable? Am I good enough? And yes, I am. I'm both of those things. Which I'm starting now to learn and understand. And I'm also, because of that, at a place in my life where I'm starting to really explore the idea of having more than a couple friends. In the past, I struggled. In the past, I struggled with making new friends. And mostly because two things is, one, I worried, obviously, limiting beliefs, if they liked me. So I wouldn't reach out to hang out with people because I thought the people on the other side of the text message were rolling their eyes or thinking like, oh, go away. So there's that. And then there's the other side of that, which is I think what you would call the protection mechanism in these kind of circumstances. So I believe, or I know, like if you really do any research into this, that judgment comes from insecurities. Period. So if I'm being judgmental, it's coming from a fear that I have about myself. When I see somebody dressed fabulously or like really nice all the time, looking fantastic, I might judge that as someone who's selfish or way richer than me. Or another thought that it would immediately come to my mind is that if this person is this put together and wonderful, why would they want to be friends with me? I'm a bit of a mess. So here I go admitting that I can be judgy. And because of that, I have restricted. I don't even think restricted is a strong enough word to say like how hard I've shut down that ability to make friends with somebody if I am immediately, not all the time, please don't think it's all the time, but too often coming across that way. You know what's really hard about like some of these chats is I'm just being like brutally honest with like how my mind works. And I don't know that everybody watching this will be able to take it for what it is, because I can be judgy, but I don't think that makes me not a good person. Just because I have judgments doesn't mean that I act on them or am mean to somebody ever, because I am not. But what I'm hoping is when I get to the true of what's inside my heart, that other people will hear it and say, oh yeah, that's me too. I don't either A, have lots of friends, or B, have a healthy number of good friends, or maybe how this impacts your work relationships or your relationships with your friends that you do have in your family in your life, because you get so caught up in being judgmental. And I'm going to say something, and I'm super hoping that when someone in my family sees this, they totally understand where I'm coming from. But somebody in my life is able to go to Mexico 3 or 4 times a year. And I can get kind of judgy about that. And this person probably doesn't even know that. And I'm not going to get into why, because it's nobody's business as to why I would be judgy, because it's just bullshit anyways. But it's because I want to go to Mexico 4 times a year. And that's not my reality at this moment. But it's also, if I want to be real and look at it, I could prioritize our money to make that happen. But I don't. And so I just need to be really happy for this person who gets to go to Mexico 3 or 4 times a year, because that's pretty awesome. I mean, Mexico can be quite a superficial thing, but are there those kind of things in your friendships or your life or your family relationships where there's just these stupid little hang-ups that we have, where instead of just being happy for each other and love each other because that's really why we're here, that we allow judgments to get in the way of that, and we hold grudges that are unnecessary. We don't forgive. We don't move on from things. Maybe that's getting a little bit, that's way off track. So we're just gonna back it up a bit. So ultimately what I'm saying isn't really new or profound information. Friends are important to everybody. The number of friends is only for you to know what you need in life. But having a social structure is a necessary part of having a wonderful life. And I hope that watching this video might give you some insight into how you yourself can work on allowing those friendships to happen in your life. What this video is actually about, not the rant I went on in true Amy fashion, is about friendships and surrounding yourself with people that bring love and support into your life, and allowing those people access to you. Learning how to shut down some of those barriers or restrictions that we put on friendships and people coming into our lives, and just learning to trust in the universe and what the universe provides, and trust that when people are coming into our lives, we need to meet that with an open heart and an open mind all the time. Whether that leads to a quick 2-minute conversation that is just uplifting and puts a smile on your face, or that leads to friendships that last a lifetime, it doesn't matter. We need to just learn to not walk in judgment and to walk our lives in love and kindness. I think that anytime that we can all work, or even just one person can work a little bit harder at being non-judgmental and accepting and loving to everybody that we meet, it will make the world a better place. And I can't expect that I never judge again in my life. I don't think that that's a possibility. I think judgments to some degree are just ingrained with us as humans. But what I hope is that as I grow and become better, I learn to send those judgments aside faster and give those judgments less power and say in my life. I hope that I never allow a judgment to impact how I treat somebody or how that relationship might be able to manifest in my life had I not had that judgment. And I hope that I only get better at walking in love, basically. I will get better. It will get better because it matters to me. It will get better because it matters to the people in my life. And yeah. Anyways, after that long ramble, this is when I should probably think about writing scripts so I don't go on weird tangents, but I'm hoping that this is like the real, I'm the real Slim Shady here, and it helps. So anyways, I'm gonna go do some projects with my family, including putting a fresh coat of paint in this here bedroom on the walls, and have a fantastic weekend. So that's it. Subscribe to my channel and hit the like button if you agree that we all just need a little bit more love in our lives. Bye for now.